Now you're glad you're awake for this, Ken.
It seems like it's been forever.
It has. Oh, well, yeah. You were out of town 2 weeks ago. Uh-oh. New York and New Jersey. I think you're cutting out.
Yeah.
As soon as we started, went to freeze frame.
Of course.
Frame.
There it is. Yeah. No. Last 2 weeks ago, I was in New York, and then took a little day trip over to New Jersey, and had a little NECA visit, which was fun. So that was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But there was a yeah. Can't talk about any of that.
Right. Yeah.
But it was cool, right?
It was really cool. I'll say that if you enjoy NECA and the things that they do, you're gonna enjoy NECA and the things that they do. It was rad. It was really cool. Nice. The studio setup there is so cool, and it's small, but it like adds to that like creative space with people. It's cool.
The chaos of creativity.
It's just all the guys like give themselves like this tiny little amount of space to work on their computer or painting or otherwise, and these long like workbenches that like have 2, 3 or 4 people sitting on each side, and they've got just this little tight compact spot to work. Everything else is like just filled with toys, like painted prototype stuff. It's just all right there, and it's really cool to it's like you like stuff that you have in your hand, but it's like, oh, that was like the actual painted version of it, but then like lots of Masters of the Universe stuff. It was just really cool.
Most of the behind the pictures I see of toy companies is usually like that, just eye overload of trying to look through stuff, colors, shapes, sculpts.
Yeah. It's one of those things that's like you're not even sure. It's like, wait, what is that? Do I know that?
Keep moving, move along.
Yeah. It was cool. All of the guys working were really, really cool. Awesome. Obviously awesome at what they do. So it was fun.
Enthusiasm. Yeah. Faster than his internet can keep up with.
I don't know what the deal is. The past couple of days, it's been kind of dragging for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, first of the month. It's April.
Maybe so.
I don't know what that means. It's April. Internet's always weird in April,
Internet playing jokes on. Well, it's not April 1st anymore, is it? Damn.
No.
Oh well.
If you were in Jersey, you need to have a pork roll.
I've actually had one of those before, so I did not have one this time. It was a very quick trip over and then back to Brooklyn to my brother's house. But I have had the fabled pork roll before.
The fabled pork roll. I have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds
a meat product, I guess. I will let someone who lives in New Jersey or native to New Jersey explain that more eloquently than I would.
There you go. Did you try unplugging it and plugging it back in?
I'm not even plugged in.
Oh, it's because you went out of town. You came back. It's like, oh.
Punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Punishment, yeah.
Howdy, Pards.
Pards.
He got into the spirit of the intro. Down, 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 down. Am I the only one that can't hear anything? Well,
What?
you're the only one that's mentioned it, so I'm guessing. I figured if he can't hear anything, he can't hear me explain it anyway, so it's gotta. Yes, you are. Oh, Sunday free for all. Fwoosh Wrestlemania. What do you think of Wrestlemania weekend? Are you enjoying yourself?
I did see what Stone Cold and
Uh-huh.
Dusty's kid came back, right? One of Dusty's kids.
Yeah, Cody came back
Yeah.
earlier, and then Stone Cold actually mixed it up. He got suplexed on concrete and
Dang.
suplexed others on hard surfaces. It was pretty cool.
I was actually had some family over last night because I was not watching WrestleMania. My alma mater is currently lining up to play for the basketball national championship in college tomorrow. So
Oh.
that was going on around here. So
No, I missed the first of it, but it was worth it. I had my oldest's baby shower, so I was hanging out there.
Grandpa Robo.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Grandpa Robo plays with his toys on the internet. You're gonna be
I'll have
awesome.
another young one going, man, act your age. And I'm like, nope.
No. This will be the one where you find it. It's that generational skip. This will be the one that has the niche with you, and it's gonna be like sidekick style.
So they decided to go on vacation this week, which meant the dogs are here. So if there's some barking going on, it's like, dang kids.
Well, we won't sing the "Who Let the Dogs Out" song to get smacked by YouTube, right?
Yeah. Get a demonetized Pappy Robo. That's actually the joke of what she was gonna. That was the joke years ago of. That's what I'm gonna make my kids call you, and I'm like, don't you do it. And now I'm okay with it because I did that. Don't you do it. That's a very Pappy move.
Funny story about that. When my first one was born, I tried desperately to get her to call my wife's dad El Guapo instead of Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen, but it would have been amazing if it would have.
I don't know. It's not a thing. I called my grandmother Granny, and Pawpaw. That's just what everybody called them. So I don't know if that comes naturally or who's the first person that starts something like that. I don't know.
My grandparents were all mostly Italian, so it was always Nana and Papa for us.
Yeah.
So Yep.
Grandpapa.
Papa.
Knowing my kids, I have no expectations of what the grandkids are going to call us. It could be, hey, assholes. I'm in the house. Hey, assholes. I'm here.
Hey, assholes. Look up here.
Robo does remind me of a Pappy. But yeah, went, and then I hit WrestleMania after that. It was pretty good. I'm not a big WWE guy these days, but it was entertaining. And the second half's tonight.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, I thought WrestleMania was always on a Sunday.
WrestleMania, the past couple of years, I think they did it with the first lockdown. They split it into 2 nights, and it actually works out. It's better than sitting on a Sunday for 10 hours, Yeah. You can skip the 2 hours of pre-show and then just watch 4 hours on Saturday, 4 hours on Sunday. Or you can watch watch Saturday before you watch Sunday on Sunday if you want the whole experience of just going straight through. It all works out. The loveliness of streaming.
See, I forget that I have the ability to just watch all that stuff because I have Peacock streaming. So it's like I can go back and watch the whole back catalog of when I actually did watch wrestling.
Yep. Because Cody even pulled out the bionic elbow, the full on.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I think part of his deal is he's going to produce a A&E thing on Dusty. So I guess he wanted to make sure it's done right. I don't know. The whole Cody thing kind of throws me, but it works. It's okay.
To me, the most entertaining thing that they could do for Dusty is just play his interviews, like an hour and a half of them.
That's what YouTube's for. That and Mean Gene.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Put that cigarette out.
My favorite's still Sheik pulling was it a turkey out of the cage?
This jabroni turkey.
Mean Gene's losing it. Hey, yo, Lewis.
Yo.
What's happening?
Yeah.
No, that means wrestling is alive.
Oh,
look what it made me do. I went for
whatever that was is now dead.
I went for the pose and knocked my toys over.
So what were those new toys? Because I got a few new things this past week or so.
Yeah,
too.
did you get new stuffs too?
I got new stuffs.
Walmart
I saw that
actually came through.
Oh yeah. I'm still waiting on those pre-orders, man. There's no Mason, no Mace there though.
No,
that's the big one, right?
See, I got these two last July. Let's frame it. I got these two last July, and they actually shipped because I figured you got to make a new order. They're going to ship out the new orders. It's Walmart. They're going to screw you over somehow. These are the ones I ordered last year. I got a shipping notice Friday. They delivered on Saturday. Wow. And then,
well, you live right next door to Walmart.
Yeah. I just yell over that way.
Hey, Walmart. Uncle Rico could throw it there.
No. And then last year I missed the mace. I grabbed it this year and it says April 7th. And mace is the one I really, really want. Although I'm good with the ARC Trooper. They tell me that it's not accurate, but I don't think a lot's accurate to the actual cartoon. Because they're going to do that. Hasbro's going to Black Series,
Yeah. Which I'm still a fan of that, adapting it into one cohesive style for sure.
That's where I am too. Now, I probably haven't seen those shorts since they aired,
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I remember Mace being like all the battle droids.
Yeah.
The big clouds of smoke and force and everything. But as far as aesthetically, I like having the whole collection fit in together, no matter where it came from.
Yeah, and because Clone Wars is a canonical timepiece that deals mostly with characters who have live action appearances. So these were times in the history and in their lives, and it's like, oh, this is when I look like a cartoon. No.
Yeah, exactly. It's like any toy line. Well, Marvel Legends. So many artists work on so many different books, so many different characters, but it's good to have a cohesive look kind of all the way through. And that's the way I like with Black Series too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I saw you got the new 20th anniversary Captain America too. I got him and Iron Man day before yesterday from Dorkside as well.
Yeah, that's I got mine from Dorkside too. And what are you using?
This is a swapped in the retro series Captain America shield.
Oh yeah,
on there. It's not as big, but holes in the shield.
I know. It all comes down to the holes in the shield. The figure, the colors, the new head, the revised crotch. Why did they take the wrinkles out? Well, I don't know, but
old wrinkle crotch is no more.
Yeah, wrinkle crotch. No wrinkles mean classic.
Yeah. This is 97% there. The shield thing didn't get me too badly because I got a million Captain America shields lying around, right? But man, the paint around the eyes, it's that's my one bugaboo about this figure.
That's I think I mentioned it in the review, and now that I've sat it on a couple days, I'm going to try to get in there with some skin tone. Because really, if I can't match the skin tone, I can just paint all the skin, which is essentially just his around his eyes and the mouth, or the
Well,
front of
that,
the
but
face.
also you still have the blue break in there. So even if it's close, you probably wouldn't be able to tell that it's different unless you were really looking for it. And I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If you're the person who painted it, you are really looking for it, but let it sit on the shelf for a little while and it
Hmm.
probably become invisible. Yeah.
And that's what I've gotten better about over the years is, especially with my own work. That I skipped a man back in the day. I was, oh, nobody can look at this. I got to keep reworking this. I can't show this until it's. Oh, I should only show this angle. They can't see this. And over the years, I'm like, to hell with all that. Am I happy? Cool. Put it on the shelf. I'll show it off and then display it. I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah, but otherwise, it's so he's so right there. I definitely like the Cap more. I didn't end up liking the Iron Man quite as much as I thought I was going to. Um,
Um, even with the blue, I'm pretty happy with what I got. Uh,
so
you painted the blue.
I painted the blue and I painted the arc piece and then I painted the black underneath the mask too. I was
Mhm.
going to put see what that head looked like on the 20th anniversary Cap, but we were just talking about the skin tones. The yellow is off just enough that I can't do it.
Yeah, but when it comes down to this, it's all red and yellow. It's
Yeah,
noticeable because it's the whole thing. With Cap's
yeah,
flesh tone, it's just boop, little
yeah.
itty bitty. In fact, painting it there's always going to be shadow on it with the light coming down.
You're just go a little bit darker, err on that darker side, and
Mhm.
say, "I'm just going for more realism here,
I'm being
fellas."
artistic with it.
Exactly.
It makes it sexy.
Sexy Cap. We're bringing sexy Cap.
Yeah.
But
V
yeah,
it,
I
brownie points for my girlfriend for his Destiny's Child reference.
and you know what? That's great because generally I'm not good for a Destiny's Child
I
reference, but
completely missed it. So
we'll get it this time. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. We try. So what happened is though is that the Iron Man that you just had, he's staying on my main shelf with the new Cap. The 20th anniversary Iron Man, I put a shelf above where my arcade machines are, and
Hmm.
the X-Men arcade game also has that Captain America game on it. So I've got Captain America, Hawkeye, that Iron Man, and White Vision on that show above that next to the X-Men guys now too. So
I was looking at it too because I was talking with Corey, not Corey. I was talking with Corey about something else. I was talking with Alex, Fanplastic 4, and
mhm.
he was grabbing at me about talking him into buying the 20th anniversary Captain America. So he was trying to get me to buy the 20th anniversary Iron Man. And the more I looked, the less I liked he's maybe it's accurate, but the hip pods is not on the new one. And the horn head, I don't know if it ever jumped out at me, or maybe I forgot about it, or maybe I thought I'm not buying it, so I'm not going to pay much attention to it. But the horn head is odd to go because wasn't that a variant back in the day? Wasn't that a chase?
It was the gold and the more maroonish red
Hmm.
color combination with the different mask.
Right.
Than in that first, because for some reason I was obsessed with that variant and I got it. And I displayed that as my primary one for a long time. But looking back on it now, I'm kind of surprised that I did, because that classic bright red and yellow Iron Man with the, as you said, the hip pods and the mask that actually fits, that's Iron Man to me. So
You think they're gonna release this one with the black and the what's the proper color for the
yellow. I mean, I
yeah.
made mine yellow with a little bit of white highlight in the middle and kind of dry
Ooh.
brushed it a little bit. Since I went through the trouble of actually doing that, because I never do that type of thing anymore. And it took me 3 of the damn heads to get the mask off without warping it.
Yeah.
Because I did that, yes, they're going to release that.
So the faceplate. Oh, okay. I see you.
It
Oh, yeah.
is very much glued down, and it's glued down deeply into the socket in the head. So
I'm better off probably just and then
if you can do it, once you get it off, it's such an easy custom.
Yeah.
But with the mask being ABS plastic, you got to be careful, because if you warp it, you're never getting it back in shape. Yeah.
Could they do any more for the 20th other than Toad? I guess they could go to Series 2 or keep going, because really, I mean, this is just a fancy package around a reissue figure with some new parts, you know,
There's
here
some
and there.
newness, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm two schools of thought, you know. Oh my God, I'm buying it again. It's better than the last one I got. But at the same time, it's keeping the main characters out and about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a no-win situation depending on your own situation.
If they did a thing like that, obviously, I would buy that. But you know, man, what did how in that first year, did we get only 2 series, or was there 3?
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
And I'm
20
not
years
talking
ago.
I'm not talking calendar year, really. I'm talking like within release, because what
If
Thor
only we had some kind of
right.
here, let's-
But Thor was series 3 from the original Toy Biz Marvel Legends, and I'll be damned if I wouldn't rebuy that 80th anniversary Thor in brighter, more comic booky colors too.
with a cloth cape.
Sure, yeah, whatever. but if the pants were brighter blue, the boots were brighter yellow, the cape was a brighter red, they would get me on that Thor again, because that would be just
And they
what I
haven't
would
done that with Thor yet, have they?
No, because what they did, like the robotic, didn't they just? Isn't that just about ready to release, where he's got like the robot parts or something?
Yeah,
on him. That's basically that same figure with some newness to it.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, yeah.
But we're almost to Thor season. We just got to get through Doctor Strange, and then
Get
we'll
through
right
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is going to be awesome.
We're gonna be Thor as hell. Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it more like weather. And given my age, I'm always complaining about the weather. Apparently, so.
Well, speaking of Doctor Strange as well. Normally, I hate April Fool's Day. I'm not a curmudgeon, but it's just like, come on.
He does.
Come on. If somebody does something that's cute and winky and it's like immediately obvious, okay, that's one thing. But Bruce Campbell, did you see what Bruce Campbell did on? He posted a picture of himself saying that it was in the makeup chair for Doctor Strange movie, or that effect, done up like Doctor Strange. Like, it's like, I love this because it's funny, but also it makes me want to cry that you're like making it impossible now for maybe Bruce Campbell to be some multiverse version of Doctor Strange in a canon Marvel movie.
Is he going to be? Oh well, I guess it's a Raimi movie, huh? He's going to be somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I haven't been paying attention. April 1st, I kind of shut up.
They're going to bring the wrestling announcer out of the multiverse.
Oh yeah, bring him in. No, April 1st was on Friday, so I was stuck in weekly mode all day.
Yeah.
Gotta get and then go find food afterwards.
But to the point about continuing it, I'd like I said, I'd be okay with it. It would be, give us what they could use, that base body of Human Torch that they've got going right now, and literally do the non-transparent flame on version of that.
Hold on. The internet says May 2002 for wave 1, September 2002 for wave 2, December 2002 for wave 3. So I'm guessing wave 3 was probably 2003. It was probably before it saw saturation, right, before most people found it.
Right. But, still that would give you Human Torch.
What? You just want another thing.
Well, and see, since they're doing Toad, and Toad would have to be, I would assume, the most new parts out of these first, 4 from that first series.
Hopefully.
Then they've gotten so much good use out of the current Thing body, then they could go back and really do the homage to where he's smoother with like the plate type of looking thing instead.
You bet.
And then they can reuse that a whole bunch when new Fantastic Four comes out too. So,
And you know what? Going back to Human Torch, you talking about the translucent or the way it would look, as much as I like the translucent one, because it looks like fire and it's translucent and it looks like candy and I want to put it in my mouth. That was the internet. Did it just skip? But I would buy one that's just simply painted with the black lines on it.
Yep. That would be my number one preferred version of the Human Torch. Yeah.
And then there's Dr. Doom, and we haven't had a namer in a while.
No namer.
No namer.
No
the
namer.
Submariner.
The Submariner.
I knew Namor would be cool. Well, it hasn't been. What was? It was in the
Black Panther.
Black Panther wave.
Yeah. Yeah. And really the one prior to that would be kind of similar to what they did for that Toy Biz Series 2 wasn't exactly that. So Hasbro's really never done that costume for him either.
And isn't that weird? Welcome, Namer.
A submariner arrives always when he means to.
And isn't he rumored for future MCU-age?
Probably.
I guess everybody's rumored at this point, but
yeah,
you would think Namor would be high on the list.
I mean, to me, eventually opening up that Fantastic Four corner would beg to have him somewhere in there, even though the Fantastic Four has, such a huge villain cast and whatnot, that they could work for years alone on that. Yeah. But I'd take a new Doctor Doom that's not I really like the Doctor Doom that we have. It's very detailed. Modern-y detailed. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just decidedly different than what a classic Doom would look like to me.
Which you're talking about a full new sculpt, right? You're not talking about swap a part or two and repaint.
I think the armor parts would be okay. It would be the cloth parts that would be good as new pieces.
You want to go with like shorter cape?
Yeah, and I know for the retro Fantastic Four series, they kind of they blew out the green a little bit and put that cloth cuff thing on him. But I'm talking like classic Doctor Doom with the shorter skirt and
right.
Yeah,
he's armored. Why does he need he doesn't need a skirt. He doesn't need to have all that coverage.
He's a megalomaniac, Eastern European dictator, world conqueror, but he's still modest. So
he is. Then we have to get Atuma.
Hell yes.
Whatever.
Robo's over here saying it's not Atuma, and I'm like, it needs to be Atuma.
No, we don't need one. No, I'd be good with Atuma.
It'd make a rad figure, man. I mean, seriously, he would be really cool looking.
I'm having deja vu.
Yeah.
Talk me into Atuma.
Yeah. Here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I could just go into wave 3 because it's also been a while since we've seen a Daredevil. A Daredevil would be awesome on this retro card thing with a repaint or
Is that you or is that me? Did Robo fall into the void?
Or the new... Oh, are we back?
Was it you or was it me? I don't know who
that was me.
That's what I thought. Yes.
The dogs are here messing up the internet.
But Daredevil, right? Because the retro one was the Armory one,
Yeah.
right?
We haven't
But
had a good classic Daredevil in a while. Well, the 4-pack, I guess.
and they
But
got that new. They've got that new body.
the Vulcan body is what I brought up
Yeah,
during our outage.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
yeah. And Daredevil is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and I think he's also one of the most toyetic Marvel characters. His costume is fairly straightforward, but man, when you hit Daredevil just right as an action figure, he looks so good.
Yeah. I even love that. I like, which one was it that had some black on it and like the lace up boots and the wrapped hands? I
Yeah.
like that breaks up the tried and true spandex look, gives them kind of that fighter feel.
I need that one so I can stand him next to my DC Classics Wildcat with the
Oh,
taped
yeah.
up. Oh man.
Just have them fight night
Mm,
poster at each other.
mm,
Mm-mm-mm.
mm. Yes, sir.
I can't skip this one. Atuma Matata.
Damn it. I've had that stupid song stuck in my head anyway because we saw The Lion King on Broadway with my daughter when we were in New York. So all of that stuff has been living in my head again lately.
Hey, man, it means no worries. So for the rest of your day.
And I said stupid song. I don't think it's a stupid song. I mean, it's stupid because it's been stuck in my head for
Once you hear it for the 1,000th time in your
Yeah.
head, you're thinking, stupid song.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that oh, yeah, that is the Spider Wave Daredevil.
Yeah.
Spitter.
Spr-
Money's on Wildcat. I take Wildcat. Wave 3, they love giving us a Wolverine, so he seems pretty locked for we're planning Marvel Legends out for years. As slow as they've rolled out Wave 1.
Yeah, and broken it up
Yeah.
the way that they did. Yeah.
And then Magneto. There's always room for another Magneto with a slightly different paint job.
Well, I'd take the classic paint job, just maybe on a bigger body.
Man, after all these years, I kind of feel like once they put a character on a body, well, I can't say that. They've done it with Thor. They've revised his size. They revised Hercules. I guess I'm salty about Cyclops. I just want him on a little body.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, okay, if they didn't want to do anything like that to Magneto anyway, then just, again, give him the brighter colors because he's a little more muted like Thor is. You mentioned Thor, so
yeah. The Magneto, what was the last one we got? That was kind of classic. That was Family Matters, right? Was that what? I nearly went with Family Issues, and I thought, no, that's not.
No. I'm not laughing at you because I'm laughing they called it that.
Oh yeah.
We got everybody but Carl.
But did he have the little did he have the purple crest or did he have the red crest?
Purple, I think.
Did I say Magneto or Magneto? Did I go back to my childhood of Magneto?
Magnus
Linger. How about Daredevil versus Linkso?
Man, two blind cats fighting each other.
Ooh. Does he have wraps on his hands too?
Oh,
okay.
No.
Oh man, we do need a D-man. You know what? This Hercules body, I'll take a D-man on that. Put a Wolverine head on, paint DD on his head, then have an alternate homeless bearded D-man head. Yeah. Plus that'll give me boots compatible with this body because I have a custom planned.
I got to tell you, the past couple of times that we've chatted, you've been talking more and more about custom work, and that makes me so happy.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, admittedly, you were off the wagon for a long time with it, but it seems like it's creeping a little bit more and more into your days as of late.
I don't know what it is. Maybe there for a while when things were really getting kicking, Hasbro was Marvel Legends getting past the dark days.
Yeah.
Then we started getting 6-inch Star Wars, and well, that's about it. That's my mains, you know?
Yeah.
There comes a point when you're like, do I want to put all this work? I love doing the work and I like doing customizing, but then finish a figure and then they announce it. You know, you there for a while, you never knew where they were going to go. But I think after all these years, it's kind of easy. Well, it's not easy, but to predict
Yeah.
what they're going to do. And I've been making Reavers knowing they're going to come around to the Reavers at some point, but that's why I'm changing them up a little bit. Plus, I've gotten, like I said earlier, I've gotten over, oh, it's got to be 100% accurate. It's got to have this and this and this. And I'm past that. I'm like, I like this with a little bit more flair, you know, a little more color,
At
different robot
least
parts. So,
at
yeah.
least 13 pieces of flair.
Yeah. Little brighter colors.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
given that everybody, oh man, there's so many people out there doing such good work with 3D printing and their own sculpting and cloth
Yeah.
parts and capes. It's so easy just to fall into the rabbit hole of ordering. Oh man, you have this? I'll take 6 of each different one. That way I
Yeah.
can spruce up my figures. Oh,
Yeah.
it's lovely.
Yeah.
So, because, yeah, look, oh, actually, I need to take a picture of this. Greedo sent me a Greedo 737.
Oh, very nice.
It's a R or B3T4 from the Clone Wars, but it works out as a Fwoosh astromech. Did you freeze again?
I can't tell. I think that was me that time.
Okay. I thought you were staring. Just make DC characters. You know them coming. For display though, man, DC Classics.
It's never left me.
Yeah.
It's never left me. That's I would love that license to be splicensed and somebody get it and just do 6-inch DC figures based solely off of the Jose Luis Garcia Lopez style guide type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because that's DC look to me. So, you know, a true modern superpowers, but blow the character cast out. Woo.
Cyclopes. I've been trying to read that for a minute.
It's Cyclopes. it's Cyclopes.
But we see other licenses. Well, hell, right now, G.I. Joe and Marvel's kind of split up like that. Hey, you have your own style. You do your own thing. Here's the license. Go for it, you know? Yeah. So DC may muddy the waters with McFarlane not being able to decide what the hell scale his line is. Remember trying to pull those teeth? Is it 6-inch or 7-inch? Well, we have figures from 6 to 12. What the hell are you talking about? What scale is your line?
And in the and in the Princess Bride line, they've got a peanut the size of a damn baked potato.
Yeah, it's just got to thrown together, and now it's still hard, but figure to figure, but it's locked in at 7. So some other companies could do 6. You know, we have 6-inch with cloth with Mezco every now and then.
Well. And maybe it's not just, I mean, I think we think about that a lot because it's easy that the delineation and the separations are made from scale to scale, but maybe an approach, a specific approach that is like held within could be something that is like, okay, you know?
And even then, he doesn't seem to want to be doing classic, you know, accurate things. So there's another lane for somebody to pull right into and start releasing some stuff. Well, that's him, right? DC Direct, DC Collectibles. That's still 7-inch.
I guess.
Bring back icons.
Yeah, except for the stuff that they never put out that I was the most excited for was that icon.
Oh shit. The figures that finally grabbed you. You're like, holy shit. That
blue
Booster and Beetle.
Yeah.
and then Etrigan. That
Yep.
was the ones that I saw that were like, okay, maybe I will jump in this line. Started buying pieces and that when I found them at shows
Yep. Yep.
after all that fanfare of what articulation do you want to see or
And ultimately the only figure that I ever got from that line was that Harley Quinn.
and that's one. It's still in my display.
Yep, me
Well,
too.
yeah, it's sitting with my Secret Six.
Yeah. Yeah. But well, yeah,
Sadness washed over all of a sudden. It's like,
I
man, you could have
know.
had another Booster and Beetle or
Yeah.
another Beetle.
Well, I don't know. It's fun. It's funny to be talking about this because I was mentioning that I'm thinking about cleaning up some of my displays and collections a little bit and making them better by making them somewhat more focused.
Hmm.
Um, I think a lot of lines that I do, it's like, oh, building out the entire world is what makes it really, really cool. And for some, that's the case. But I'm starting to think, Marvel a little bit, maybe even Star Wars a little bit is by focusing.
Convincing.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
you have on my main display, whenever feel like a newer version is superior to an older one, I'll flip them out. Another set of shelves where I put the extras and stuff that I
are
throw
you
up.
talking Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Okay.
You have everything. You have
And you know
imports
what?
besides the Black Series,
It
and you have
it
a lot of troopers too.
yeah, it's weird because Star Wars is really the only line aside from Star Wars is a line that I am kind of surprised that I do that. It's just because it's a different version. I don't do that with Legends or DC. It's like
Mm-mm.
it's one, you know. So
Because it's kind of hard to mix in the import. Legends has that slightly bigger scale.
mhm,
When you Well, on top of that, all the import stuff is MCU, and you don't display a lot of MCU.
right,
But with
right,
Star Wars, they're working in the same playground, essentially the same scale most of the time.
yeah.
May
It's like
Mayfex may get a little larger, but they fit in most of the time.
well, and especially when like the core, well, I say the core cast, you know, Han and Luke and Leia. Han maybe with a casting cave head swap out, but they're so much better than the
Mhm,
Hasbro ones. It's
mhm.
like, uh,
But then come around, this is gonna be blasphemy, but I got an extra of the, archive Princess Leia, the newest one,
mhm.
and swapped her head onto the SH Figuarts.
Really,
Mhm.
mine has not shipped. Oh gosh, my order for the archive Leia and the archive Episode
Obi-Wan?
3 Kenobi
Obi Kenobi.
is in the same order as my redo Rogue One series figures.
That haven't
I don't
completed.
have any of those yet because it's still waiting on like one of them. It
So you
seems like Bodhi and like some of them have been out for a year and I still don't have them because they're all in the same order.
Mhm. So you have an unintentional pile of loot
Right.
just waiting to ship.
Yeah.
We're
And I
gonna
want maybe it's the archive Kenobi that it's waiting on, or is there a trooper in there? Maybe it's the trooper.
It's the 501st.
Yeah, oh yeah. Maybe it's that.
Oh,
It's
has
one
that
of
not
those
shipped to
two.
online?
Not where I ordered it from, not
Where did I
yet.
get mine? I think I actually picked them up at Walmart. I actually found the full set. I see a lot of Leia and some Kenobis now, but oh, and then it's Revan is the 4th. Did you not get Darth Revan?
I already have that
You're
one.
not a
I
true
don't need a
fan. Get the hell out of here.
I didn't need a re-up on a guy that doesn't have a face, you know?
Oh, are you saying Darth Vader doesn't have a face? What? You saying
They haven't done
stormtroopers
Vader in
don't
the
have
archive. Have they done
faces?
Vader in the archive line? They haven't done Vader in the archive line, have they?
No, but they did that kick-ass carbonized blue one.
That's the only carbonized figure that I have, actually.
It's beautiful. I
It's
don't know.
awesome.
It's very vintage Star Wars movie poster.
Yep. That's the only one from the carbonite line that I have. Yep.
Kenobi. I know what
Mhm.
it means. Kenobi.
Gotta wait 2 more days for Obi-Wan now, but get 2 episodes, right?
Yeah. I know you're excited. I know you're waiting.
Yeah, and moving it 2 days doesn't bother me, except it's like, it was perfectly poetic to be on the 25th, and it's like, why you gotta mess with that?
Because they push it back and then say, "Oh, we'll show you two." But are they trying to get the series to not overlap with Miss Marvel?
Maybe so.
They're trying to fit it all in.
Maybe
I'm
so.
kind of okay with all this. If you're not here, you just wait a month or so. There's going to be
Yeah,
something else for you to watch. It's
yeah.
kind of
And it's
oh.
funny because it was going to drop on my middle daughter's birthday because she was born on the real Star Wars Day.
um,
Yeah. Not
actually,
May the 4th is fun, but it's not the real Star Wars Day. To me, the
right.
25th is, yeah.
It's just another reason to have, okay, we're gonna have sales and here's new product and twice in 1 month.
And she was actually born on the exact 40th anniversary too.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Veebs.
Ah! But other new stuff that I did get, it seems like I've been waiting on this forever too. I got a new turtle.
New
Imagine
turtle.
that.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's so good. It's so crazy, but it's so good.
Hmm. I'm
And
interested.
and he might be the last turtle figure that I get that joins this display before it gets switched up.
Now you say switched up. I saw your Twitter post or Instagram or some kind of social media thing a
Mhm.
while back. What's the plan with that shelf or
So
set of shelves?
so I think what I'm gonna do back here is move the movie and the comic and the video game stuff off of it and collapse this all into animated because I think I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting cheeky teasing stuff. What, yesterday or the day before? That
Um,
looks like we might be needing some more room. So
we.
we, yes, not just the royal we all. Cool
Wall.
skateboards, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. I ain't got
Yeah.
room for no van.
Well, that's the thing. I think I'm gonna make some room for the van.
Hmm.
It's not just the cartoon stuff that's growing, right? It's the comic stuff. I've only got one of those street scenes devoted to it right now. I mean, even
Now,
when all the comic stuff that's been announced comes out, it's going to start being crowded, and that doesn't allow for any room to grow. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is start on the middle aisle thing. Yeah.
I. How many years have you been down there?
A couple.
Yeah. When it
Yeah.
was concrete and dust, I was like, "You're gonna have to put something down the middle," because you're
Yeah.
and you would say, "No, that's plenty of room going around the outside." And I'd look at it and be like, "Yeah, that's a shitload of room." But then look over at your tubs and figure it's like, "Hmm,
I'm gonna.
yeah, you're gonna have to hang or center
I
shelves."
I think I'm gonna do the back to back,
Mhm.
like this, and I'm gonna start with 3 on each side because then I can put 3 of those street scenes back to have the movies and video game on one side, and then 3 for the comic on the other side.
Yeah. So you're not gonna do the hanging shelves from the ceiling, you can see all the way through? Forward and back, and then because if you do that, and then in the middle have a rotating podium for castles or since you couldn't put since you couldn't put Castle Grayskull in your living room like we like we
Nothing, the
originally
big
planned.
cutout things
Yeah.
up there. Yeah. Like
Uh-huh.
4 feet up
That,
in
that
up the
that
wall.
was that was vetoed. So
Yeah, she was quick to shove some art up there.
I tried to do the same thing with Dustin's new house in Salt Lake. He had a
Mhm.
big, like, you walk into the kitchen, but right above it, the ceiling, the second story was empty up there. So it was just a like a big old shelf. I was like, oh, you could put some life size Yodas and a Castle Grayskull up there. And I
Or
don't know
like
what he has up there.
that city block, lay it out up
Hmm.
there.
See, that's plenty of room. Just whoosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of lots of
So,
stuff and not enough room to put it in there, is it hard for old collectors like you two? Which, when I first read this comment, I was like, hey,
yeah,
easy.
what are you talking about?
To move on from having all the figures since you've been collecting from the beginning, new young collectors are more likely to pick and choose. See, that's one thing I have trouble wrapping my brain around because it's kind of always been got to catch them all.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
but it
I
seems, in fact, we were talking about this before we got on here about picking and choosing,
yeah.
especially in the past year or so.
Yeah. I would say that there are some things, like turtles. eh, Turtles, I'm gonna be pretty complete on. Except even not that, because I'm not buying that, what are they called? Not the usual subjects, it's the loyal subjects stuff.
The
I will
usual
not buy
subject.
I will not buy their stuff at all. Ugh,
Yeah.
no. But as far as like NECA and Super 7 go, I'm pretty much all in with both of them. So I'm gonna kind of let that continue to grow. But um, like I say in Marvel, maybe even Star Wars, it's time to not be so all in, probably. And I've been through that. I've been through that with Legends before. Um, and then I'm in again. And now I'm pulling back a little bit to make it better, I
Mhm.
think.
And that's, I mean, I've been pretty, I've talked about it for years. Oh, I'm only buying X-Men
Yeah.
and the X-Men I like, and maybe some classic stuff. And then I'd end up with the newest Spider-Man wave 2 weeks later. But I have been very strict about that over the past few months. The Captain America and the retro Spider-Man stuff is the only Legends I've gotten in months.
See, my thing is that I'm not so much beholden to like specific teams or characters, and like say
Mhm.
Marvel, for example. I'm just talking about that era, that iconic look to me
That's,
that
yeah, that's what I
defines.
mean. Class. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've done that with Legends already, to the point that it's like sometimes some modern costumes or something used to be close enough for me. I don't do that anymore. It needs to be the version that I want, and then I'll get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
but like you, and we've, I mean, hell, that's been 2 years. We're having that conversation coming back from the airport, right? About if we had to cut back to one line, what would it be? And
yeah.
yours was Turtles and mine was Star
Yeah.
Wars. And that's still true because
Yeah.
Star Wars is the only one right now that I'm like, oh, I don't need it, but I'd like to have it because of comparison and
Yeah.
having all versions and,
Yeah.
or maybe down the road, get the customizing bug and need.
Yeah.
Well, I have that one. Is not as good as that one. I can tear that one up. It's not so much having it, but well, I guess it is kind of having it, huh? Having it. Must have.
Yeah, it's I just yeah. Part of it too. This sounds funny. I've gotten back to, not with everything, but with most stuff, is that I my aesthetic for stuff that I collect, it's like I want toys that look like toys. I think I'm like slipping away from the hyper like realistic or muted dull collections that when they're all put together, it's just kind of a glob of brown and I don't know. It's like
Hmm.
the bright colored figures that like are look like old comic panels or look like old toys or something like that. Those are appealing to me much more now than it's like, holy shit, this figure looks like it could come to life and be a real person. That doesn't mean that I don't want things to be super detailed and nice, because I do, and the stuff that I collect is. But it's like there's a brightness, I think, or something that I want now. As weird as that sounds.
As in, I'm having a hard time because half the stuff I get is like live action made into toy form. Like, so when it comes to bright colors and such, I'm like, oh, that look weird. But you're talking. I'm trying to look where you're looking. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of like because I'm looking at stuff like, obviously this is big and bright behind me,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at like my Nintendo figures and stuff like that, and the Marvel Legends that I'm really into right now, their colors are getting like that Iron Man that you were just holding up that painted. I mean, that is a bright red and yellow Iron Man, and that is
Mhm.
what I want Iron Man to be in my
So if
collection.
you had a stack of Iron Mans and it's the gold and shiny red, kind of darker, you're gonna pick out the one that looks like
Candy.
the art
Yep.
from back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I still want to preserve all of that aesthetic of insane sculpting, and it
Or-
looks, phenomenally modern. It's just don't give me muted stuff. Give me that. I don't
Man,
know.
that is such a case by case basis, though. Well, and maybe not so much when you're talking about classic comic books,
Hmm.
but when you're talking Star Wars,
Star Wars would be like an exception to that, right?
yeah,
But don't give me
yeah,
that DC bull crap, that's all black and like
yeah.
dirt. I don't
Oh,
want that.
you're talking about the new multiverse stuff where it's
Well,
modern and spiky and dark and
yeah.
but that's also the aesthetic of those where they're pulling from.
Right. Oh, and it's nothing against that or things trying to be what that is. It's just that's not what
Yeah,
I want, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, someone mentioned Frankenraff. Where does that fall in the? Is that a
That's like
design
Star
thing?
Wars. That's
Yeah,
like Star Wars.
but
The
if it's a cartoon style turtle, you don't want it to be shaded and have all the darkness
I
to
want
it.
it to be a colorful bandana. Like, don't mute the reds on me. Don't mute the blues or whatever. It's like make them the bright colors that they are.
So, where does that leave you standing with the Mezco teases for turtles?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
need to
know.
see that in full bright light,
Yeah.
not mood lighting and poses and dios.
Right. I don't know. Because the NECA cartoon turtles, I mean they pop out at you. I really like the Super 7 ones too. They're colorful.
Mhm.
It's just for stuff that has color. Okay, for stuff that has vibrant source material, I want that to be retained, right?
Gotcha.
don't 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 like mute it down for the sake of, oh, this looks more modern and like adult aesthetic for the sake of doing so.
Okay, here's a good one. Here it goes. Where's that leave you on GI Joe?
The way that they're handling it now is much better to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about reaction? Not reaction with the Ultimates going full on cartoon colors and such. You're down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because during all of that, what you were talking about, you didn't really touch on articulation. Is that going to be a factor, or is it kind of getting
I
to the
still
point
want
where
I
it?
still want stuff. I still want that minimum like 20 point, unless it's, I collect some reaction and stuff like that for what that is specifically.
Mhm.
But for my core collection, it's still that super articulatedness. I still want that. Yes.
See, when you first started, and I get the whole, I get it, but when you first started talking about it, I was like, oh, are you talking about figure wise too? Going
No,
very
no.
toyetic,
It's
very
mostly the color.
it's
It's
color
changing
palettes.
something. I guess it's being is more true to the source, and
Mhm.
don't make it something that it's not, right?
Yeah,
Don't give me, Raphael with a maroon headband if it's a vintage toy figure or if it's from a cartoon, right?
right.
If it's a universal monster mashup thing, okay, that fits the aesthetic, right?
Mhm.
But DC Classics, I love that line, but that wasn't one of those lines, and Masters of the Universe Classics was as well. I love both of those lines with all my heart, but there are definite instances in both of those lines, especially with like reds and whatnot, where they brought the vibrance of that down to the detriment of the figure, in my opinion. That there are several instances of that, and if you look at Origins, Classics, Origins is more of that. Here it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause I think it was I was in Walmart earlier and strolled down the toy aisle, and the one that jumped out at me was Jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the gold
Yep.
vac metal, has the red.
Yep.
I saw him from out of the corner of my eye. It was just kind of like zoop. Oh, I'm not doing Origins, and I can't remember if
Well, and that's actually a good line because I think we've talked about it before. It was the colors that got me into, or because I was going to skip Origins, right? And I
Mhm.
could say, oh yeah, Merman's who brought me in. Well, that's an easy excuse for me, right? But it
Right.
really was like the color palette of Origins that made me be like, yes, they've got the palette correct finally.
Bright white.
Well, yeah.
The agreed. The muted color or the muted look often is used for live action, more realistic figures. Bright and vibrant feels more most comic and something actually drawn.
Yeah.
And cartoon, I guess you could say comic, cartoon.
Comic, cartoon, vintage toy updates, things like that. Movie turtles, yes, those look the way that they're supposed to, because
Yeah.
that's what it draws from. I'm not saying, oh, let's turn the movie figures into like hypercolor, whatever. But something based off the cartoon, like what they do a good job of here, it should be those colors. It shouldn't be let's tone it down so it feels more adult.
And your room is such a mishmash of media and
Uh-huh.
companies and source that if you stood in the middle of Eve's room and spun real quick, you the Nintendo shelf would stand out, DC Universe,
Yeah.
and then do you have Origins displayed yet? I haven't been up there
Mhm.
since
Yeah,
Origins and stuff.
they're in the master's cave.
And then some turtles behind you. But
Mhm.
the turtles behind you, well, I kind of
This
with all
shelf
the
behind
background
me,
stuff, with all the street stuff,
yeah,
it kind of
it's
mashes
I
it all
think it's gonna
together.
get brighter by making it all cartoon back here,
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
you know?
Joseph
Yeah.
Sharp nailed it. Plunderlings, for example, fun.
Yes.
They're not just because they're great toys, but they're vibrant and full of
Yes.
life.
That's a perfect example. That's a perfect example.
Thieves don't need to gritty reboot. And I was gonna say modernize it, but shit, that's been going on since the 90s. I mean, those
Yeah,
turtles back there is 90 and they're,
yeah,
kind of gritty.
yeah.
All my
Yeah,
favorite characters. Oh, sorry.
oh, no, go ahead, sorry. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
my
what
favorite
products
characters from
there?
my favorite books.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, if that's how it is in its origin, in its source material, then absolutely, that's what it
Mhm.
should look like. But if you're showing me a figure that is sculpted to look like a comic panel of a version of a character, and then all the colors are deadened,
Yeah.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh, and
No,
Prod knows. He just painted up a beautiful poison ivy with like a pale green with the dark green leaves and some vines hanging. And oh
I
yeah,
haven't seen this. Where is this?
I'm hiding it. I keep all that stuff to myself.
Jeez.
But then you turn around. I don't care for bright colors in any case. So yeah, that's just different.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about that at this point is there is so many toys out there. If
Yeah.
you like your dark and down and dirty and mud and blood and beer, there's toys out there for that. But if you want your bright, your white,
Right.
your how they looked in the cartoon, the comic books back in the day, there's also that out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So I
Gargoyles kind of runs in there, huh?
a little bit.
It's a little paler, a little
Yeah.
stylized.
Yeah. Yeah. I the gargoyles is a little different because even for me because they took on a completely different overall take with them, right? How can I describe
Overall.
that? It's like because they don't look like they stepped out of the animation cell, right?
No, no.
It's like an interpretive version of them outright. So I'm trying to think of another
When it comes to
example.
muscle mass, strife, detail, that kind of thing, yeah, they definitely
Mhm.
thing it. But thinking back to those cartoons, they were still muted.
Yeah,
There was a darkness to them, you know?
yeah. So that's even a little different to me. I'm doing a terrible job of like articulating, like I guess I want my comic book and my cartoon and my vintage toy update figures to be
Yeah,
properly representative of that. And to me, that's don't leave the color out.
yeah. You're trying
Yeah.
to vocalize a feeling at where if you sat in that room, nothing on, you just looked around, your eye is getting drawn to certain
Hmm.
places.
Yeah.
What your
Yeah.
preference is.
Yeah.
Not that you don't hate the other figures in there.
No, no,
That's
not at
just
all.
yeah, or they
And
wouldn't
like
be
I
on the
said,
shelf.
if something is modeled after a dark movie or a gritty thing,
Mhm.
okay, that's what it's supposed to be. But don't turn my Ben Grimm practically brown when he looks like a comic panel, except for the color, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the good thing about that again is options. There's options. There's different versions,
Yeah,
and if nothing else, there's always paint.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, that takes away the you can't go play with them in the pool though.
The pool or the tub,
Yeah.
more Mr. Miracle and classic Captain Britain. That may be where this body's going. Oh shit.
Oh dang.
That's a lot of straight lines though.
Ooh, that's scurry. That's
Ooh.
scurry. Oh,
The-
yes. Math. Yes. It's crazy that bright blue for Superman and Spidey almost that's exactly what I mean. He said it correctly.
Yeah.
Classic Superman and classic Spider-Man. I don't know if they've ever been that perfect bright blue and red. I think it's been close, but man.
I think we talked about it at first. What's the inverted colors Spider-Man? The blue on that is
Yeah,
bright.
Webman.
It almost the more I look at it, it almost seems too bright, but that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I want to see it that way and see what I think.
Webman.
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 Webman. And it's frustrating because you turn around and you look at a character like who's standing pretty much next to Spider-Man in my collection, like Firestar, and boom, that's as bright yellow as it gets, and orange and red nailed it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
why is Superman never smiling in any of his figures? It's always an angry face. Even the Mafex, where they had an option to. Well,
Yeah.
okay, they did the Hush version, which I guess he was.
Yeah.
I need to read Hush apparently, but he wasn't happy.
Right. And he was under the influence for a while too, right? So
Yeah. That was a bright blue, though. Maybe not the blue. Do you have that? You don't have the Hush.
Yes, I do.
You do?
Mhm.
Man, I need to get to your house. See what
I
you got.
have.
I need to.
I'm doing the Hush stuff, and I'm for some reason I'm doing the '90s X-Men stuff too.
It's hard not to.
Yeah, because
Although
those are bright.
Psylocke was.
Those are bright for the most part.
Yeah, Psylocke could be better, but
Stinks, yeah, but because I missed the brown Wolverine.
oh yeah. Oh wait, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah,
And it's the best Wolverine.
yeah, I know. I know. I know. So yeah, that was like I said. Yes, the Superman Spider-Man colors thing is what I mean.
That's the long and the short of it. That pretty much sums it all up.
Yeah. But at the same time, don't make my movie Donatello neon green, right? Because that's not what he's supposed to be.
I do not rub in salt. I'm just we're just talking about toys, baby.
Yeah. Well,
Like this. What do you think?
of what? The figure?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it looks cool.
Now that I've got to sit on it for a day or two, I do realize that there are inaccuracies, but it would that's bound to happen, whenever
Yeah.
you're working with preliminary art and concept but my thing is this is what 3 figures out of this wave?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe? Hawkeye, and Moon Knight?
Yeah.
I mean, when do we see the full wave? And how long do they have to change something like that?
That's
It's
true.
probably too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
Because I guess the only thing that really jumps out at me, and I don't even mind it, I kinda like the look of this coming down low,
uh-huh.
but there's supposed to be one more strap coming up and over,
Yeah.
to kinda give them that full Moon Knight here, like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one bandage
Yep.
that I guess they added after the concept art.
It's like the layer that top one was sculpted on wasn't put back in before it was
Mhm.
finalized or something, right?
Oh, and this is interesting, that Power Rangers torso.
Yeah,
Because this has to be a floating piece, right?
I would think so. And then the crunch is down, seated low.
Yeah, it's going upside down where it's gonna crunch here
Yep.
or somewhere right here, so it
Yeah.
won't miss this, armor piece,
Yeah.
which looks like a complete overlay.
Yeah.
I don't know, this is cool. This is one of those figures that's like, "Oh, they did all the sculpt and stuff, no reuse."
Yeah. Well, I
No.
mean that they usually they most commonly err that way with the MCU figures, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I get you're true. You're true. You're true. I'm trying to put the 2 sentences together. You're right. Very true.
Yeah.
And this does look like a separate piece.
Yeah.
Oh, we're blocking it, aren't we?
A little bit.
There we go. So get a cloth option in there for cape.
I'm glad that because I did look at it, but you're right about the torso, because at first I was thinking, holy God, did they do that Flash torso
Flash.
articulation?
Flash.
That McFarlane Flash that they changed that was terrible.
Yeah, that they moved into the
But it's not that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it may be rubbery to kind of get out of the way, but yeah, with it crunching down there, it should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is one of those that I'll admire. It's an MCU figure, and I mean my MCU figures are like Loki and Mobius and Dude Thor and the Collector and the Grandmaster, you know? Korg.
So you're probably not in for Moon Knight?
Probably not.
Look at those crescent knees. I'm tempted to use this as a Moon Knight in my comic display just because I like this design.
Well, that's good.
I didn't mean it like, hey.
No. That's good that it appeals like that. And the counterpoint to that is what we were just talking about. I've got the bright white Moon Knight that is the colors that I need him to be in the comic display, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of like the subdued, the grays. Not as dirty as this, but
yeah.
What's going on here?
Stop that.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose. I guess I've never looked real close at this poster, but I didn't. It was like
you've been waiting this whole stream to get somebody to walk through that.
Build a figure Khonshu. I think this is the. Did Dan confirm that this is part of the Ultron wave? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the riding on Moon Knight's legs would tell you what the rest of the wave will be.
Well, you know what's cool about that though is that when you look at that figure and you see the Sanskrit or whatever that's written on there, you can look at that and say that's a really cool detail and that's going to look awesome. When a few years ago would have been like they are going to fuck that up because there's no way they're going to be able to paint that right. But because now they do the printing, it's like boom, it'll be done.
Yeah. And I always forget about that stuff. Even with shading on some recent figures. Was it? I can't remember what I was looking at, and I didn't even catch it until. Is it on the blast effects for Cap that it has a little print look?
I think so. Yeah.
The fade. I was like, I guess they can do that anywhere, so I'm down.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at teeny tiny hieroglyphics on some guy's thigh a few years ago, it would have been like, "There's why are they even doing that?"
And then this, you think this is going to come out in final?
I can't imagine. I don't know.
I mean, I'm guessing it will, but man, that's a lot of little itty bitty fine detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It'll be super impressive.
Not sure if you caught the Mr. Knight image that was found after, but can't wait to get both of them when they both go up. Mr. Knight. Oh, when you look at the top of the Marvel must-haves page.
Oh, yeah.
And he's right.
There 'tis.
It is. Right there by that thermos and socks.
See, and then
this looks like a good suit body, but it seems like we've seen it, but this has to be new, this overlay stuff.
I was going to say, then you can take that and like make your like real world gentleman ghost figure too.
Ooh, get out of my brain. Yeah, that's what you see at the front, and then you go digging into the code and you end up with this picture. Little Moon Knights. Which is not yeah, it's a tiny picture. So if you go digging even further, you get the background, which is a little bigger to give you a better look.
Yeah.
So he's got that cut through.
Yeah.
And putting them side by side, you can see the difference in colors.
Yeah.
You know Robo was ready for this shit.
No kidding, man. Prepared. You are prepared.
That's right.
Dang.
Bright white crotch. But and people started pointing it out. I go this in depth for the toys, and when people started talking about, I wonder if he's gonna have swappable arms for this rolled up sleeves and thing. I was like, yeah, they haven't even shown him in the show yet. How do you know he has rolled up sleeves or what? But there's also the movie poster that came out, or the show
Uh,
poster that came out months ago, or however
yeah.
long, that I don't pay attention to because it's not plastic and I can't play with it. So I went back and looked, and yeah, he has a
And I don't know,
he has a
those sleeves look awfully tight to be rolling up that easily.
well, like, the thing about it, if they make this with swappable sleeves or swappable arms, and you can take off the overlay, you'll have this look,
Mm,
and it's a brighter white. He's cleaner than Moon Knight. Patow.
yeah, that's true.
Or that one. Or maybe this is all dirtier. But it's got that same weird detail right here and the texture on the vest.
The pepperoni pizza vest.
Shoes look big. Shoes look big. Shoes do look big now that you point it out.
That's to balance out all those tiny footed Bucky Cat figures that are in your collection.
That's the New Balance for all the. That's what the people
Dang.
want. They want old man jokes.
Those are more like big DC skate shoes, though.
Oh, we're covering up the other feet. Wait a second. There you go. There's the comparison. There's what the people want. There we go.
The shoe comparison is what they've been wanting.
There we go. CSI Robo, Sherlock Robo, NCIS Arkansas, which is. I bet the Jack and Invest are going to be one vest. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I don't know. Did they do that with Hammerhead? Oh, they did do that with a Hammerhead, where this is a piece melded into between the jacket or sides.
Besides, why would they give you swappable pieces when they can use like 85% of the figure to sell you another one?
Shut up, Thebes. Damn,
Yeah.
man. Don't
Yeah.
go. Why do you want to give away the marketing secrets?
I know.
Shoes look big because my mouse froze. Hold on.
Everything's freezing today.
Yeah. Shoes look big because 5'3" Oscar Isaac needs some pretty big lifts. Well, I mean, this is all CGI, isn't it? When he's in the suit, or well, no, at least what we've seen so far, huh? Maybe he is in the suit.
I don't know. Probably
Road sleeve version coming to Target
with just a little splotch of red on it, so that you know it's at Target.
Blood from killing somebody.
Yeah. It's the red version.
Don't go breaking his heart.
I couldn't if I tried.
That's right. Damn. Yeah. It feels like we're playing this. I'm in a clapping mood today. That's how happy I am. Yeah. Yes. The figure looks good for Marvel Legends. Yeah, usually with the MCU stuff, it's some new parts. I don't know what's going on with this suit though. Because they're both renders, so they could have made this any size they want, But if that's using parts from existing suit body, zoom, enhance.
The legs do, because those are the painted on suit pants. So
I don't have any of those around either. Never mind. I have.
Those thighs aren't breathing,
It's too thick to be the old Coulson body. Oh, wait, no. 1 second. It's got the same wrinkles on the arms.
Does it?
Yep. They match up with the little. Oh, let me get.
Enhance.
It matches the little kick right here. Zoop. And these two. And this coming down and splitting. And then one coming down and zoop.
Yeah.
So this is the Coulson. Wait, the legs look bigger though. Everything always looks better in digital. The legs don't look the same.
trying to think of like a newer.
This is a very straight, all the way down to the.
There's
the
there are
wrinkles down
newer
there are
sweet
different.
legs out there though, at least, right? I don't know. I don't
Did
know.
Fury have Coulson arms?
I don't know.
I must know. Hold on. I gotta know. I didn't do that comparison yet.
And I thought you said you were prepared for this live stream today. It doesn't seem as such suddenly. And he can't hear me say that. So we'll try to be better about Robo's preparedness for future live streams. But we'll have to see. Ooh.
I think I kind of heard you talking shit, but I didn't listen.
Somebody just said, where'd it go? Arcade legs, maybe.
Oh, dang it. Hold on. Oh, it's not Hammerhead. Hammerhead's too big.
Yeah, he's bigger now.
Yeah.
But maybe it's Arcade. That could be right. Because Arcade's got those blocky shoes too.
And it's not well, Arcade has the high.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? It's not Fury legs either. Which are different from Coulson's.
I'm looking at Arcade right now. I could go get
You're
it.
looking across the room. You can't see the details.
we must get to the bottom of these shoes and legs and whatnot. Chaos theory. Yes, that is chaos.
No.
No?
Different wrinkles. Different layout.
Let me think of another one so I can get you to get up out of your chair again.
You butthole. I can't think of any.
So it's not the hood?
No, hoods were used too, isn't it? Oh, wait, Peter Parker?
Oh, hell. All these mysteries of the world we're not solving today.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out where I put that Peter Parker body. I had Clint Eastwood head on it.
Mine's right here.
I got it. Oh, you got it? I put a Tobey Maguire head on it. Moreland?
Well, shit, now I don't know where my Peter Parker is.
Oh, you don't know? Did you not find it?
Where did he go? They were all just like right there.
Moreland uses Nick Fury. Someone just asked.
Okay, there he is.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
The thing about it, there's almost these Moon Knight legs are slightly thicker.
Yeah, no, it's not because you're right. The thighs are thicker in the middle.
And the fold down the front is so much straighter than any of these.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're new.
That'd be cool. Oh, and I actually got Moreland. He was on sale on Amazon, but he's not going to be Moreland. I don't know who Moreland is. I'm going to get some Bloodsport into the collection at some point.
Dang.
Yeah. What's happening tonight?
Hola. we should just both leave at the same time, so it's like
go looking for figures, but yell back because I can't yell too loud because the dogs will start barking.
Oh,
yeah.
So if I yell really loud, maybe we could get that to happen. Are you gonna you'll mute me?
No. Oh yeah. Moon Knight in the moonlight. Jameson. I don't have Jameson. The new one?
The movie one? I don't either. I almost got that one because he would be the kind that makes me kind of laugh. with the figures that I have, but ultimately decided not to.
What's crazy is, well, no, I guess it's not so crazy anymore. The MCU stuff hasn't went down in price on that wave, but I got Moreland and Shriek for like $11 a piece. And now I have a bunch of suited figures laying here.
Exciting.
I know. and I think, was it a
My
live stream
business
or
team.
who was it that said something about the Jameson figure? Yeah, it's a bald dude in a suit. Exciting.
It's a angry collector's dad, disappointed dad.
Yeah. You've spent all these money on toys.
Now your business heroes custom action figure collection can get to work.
Suited figures galore. It's like an office building. I just need cubicles, and Arcade's got the wacky tie that, you know, he's the office clown.
And a dearth of the will to live.
Oh, he holds that cane weird. Didn't he control Murder World with this globe on top of his cane or something?
I believe so. I believe you are correct, sir.
I usually am. No, I'm not. that was cocky.
Oh.
I turned the Jameson figure into Golden Age Mr. Terrific. Used a different head, of course. Golden Age.
Like,
did he wear a suit?
No, he wore the Fair Play outfit. Are we talking DC?
Green with the on the chest thing?
Yeah.
1/12 scale men's warehouse.
You gotta like the way they look.
Oh no! Whose catchphrase was "When we look good, you look good"? Something. When you look good, we look good. Something.
Was that maybe theirs? Like before, it was the "You're gonna like the way you look."
Maybe that was a commercial I remember back in the day for WGN. They had a bunch of local commercials that would.
Yeah, no, I remember that one though. I remember that one for sure.
Was Burlington? Was that "When you look good, we look good"?
Maybe the coat factory.
I didn't know what Burlington was for years. Well, except for the commercials.
Burlington. Yeah, I didn't either.
Where are we? I am about to Google "When you look good, we look good."
It wasn't Venture, I can tell you that.
I think I'm coming up with a bunch of songs. Oh man, that brings up nothing. How about
Vidal Sassoon? It might be.
Oh, are we thinking?
Hold on.
Brings up Jack and shit. If you don't look good, we don't look good.
Oh, maybe was that it?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
It is. Looked it up. Merkin did.
And what is it? What
if
is it?
You don't look good. Oh, yep, that comes up. Yep, it's Vidal Sassoon.
Yep.
There were a lot of commercials back in the day during cartoons, okay?
We are solving all of the important mysteries today. I haven't thought of Vidal Sassoon since when those commercials were probably on. And bringing it all back today.
It's essentially 30 seconds of a woman in a shower. Where they had to explain everything about it. Just,
yeah.
You're going to have 3 simple steps. You got to put it in your hair. You have to wash it out, dry off. Put your clothes on and then buy some Vidal Sassoon.
And remember, it's our secret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Men's Warehouse, you're gonna like the way you look. Yeah.
I guarantee it. That guy that sounds like Harvey Firestein.
Yeah, all that's just floating around. And now I have no need for Vidal Sassoon. Oh, any holothon luck? I was lucky to find Bronx and Fugitoid.
I have not found anything physically in the store. I will say that first Friday that it went up and you could actually buy domestically from the holothon site, I was able to get Fugitoid, Toka, and Razar and the Turtle 4-pack. And then I was able to order Demona and who else? I ordered something else this last Friday. Elvira. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. Papa.
That figure looks awesome.
I haven't ordered anything or bought anything, but I did go over to Target the other day not expecting much, and then I sent you a picture.
Yeah.
That's why I pulled out my phone, because that's how I'm going to remember, because I saw the 4-pack of turtles. I saw...
Oh, and I got the Bebop and Rocksteady, too. That's what it was.
I saw... Well, there's a bunch of... Oh, yep. Bebop and Rocksteady. The big bug and the little bug, or the big bat and the little bug.
Wingnut and Screw Loose.
Yeah, those guys. Gremlins. Greta, is that new?
Not new, but she may have been refreshed. She's just a part of the Target display.
Gotcha. Yeah, this display was full. So
yeah,
it
you
was kind of cool to see stuff.
You had a good spread there.
I think that Catwoman of Channel 6 or from Channel 6 has been there for a few months.
Really?
I was out of town several weeks ago and saw a couple at a Target. They're just kind of hanging out.
Wow. Huh. The Elvira that I'm talking about is the cloth costume 8-inch one, which the likeness that they got on that figure, because I've seen it in person. It's really, really good.
My heart is on fire.
And Fugitoid too. I love that Fugitoid figure. I am so excited for new Turtle comic book figures, and looking at the cover of that original Fugitoid comic, they pretty much lifted the paint job directly from that, and it does a really good job of it.
I haven't gotten any of I passed on all of that, because much like you, cutting back.
Yeah.
In fact, like I think I've said, Turtles I'm pretty happy with the Turtles I have. I just need a spot to put them, to have them out of the boxes and such.
I keep conjuring more turtle spaces around here.
As you should.
Because I've got a pretty good spot for the Ultimate stuff right now. It's just I want something a little bit more exciting for it. It's like the Ultimates figures don't have corresponding, dioramas from, so I feel like I want to spruce up that display a little bit, because I've just got them like stadium bleacher style with those with the clear shelves. So yeah, that's going to be a work in progress too, I guess.
Is that going to be a weekend film thing?
I don't know,
because we've always talked about videoing it, but then when we get to it, it's just like, let's just do it. You did most of it. I act like I helped in a lot of that, but
that Star Wars thing took the Star Wars shelves took like a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. But that reminds me. Oh, Ultimates. That's what reminds me. Tomorrow on the main site, we are able to sponsor a giveaway for Disney Ultimates Series 1. So I'm going to put that up. It'll run for a week for a drawing. So if you don't have them and are maybe interested in whatnot, as a chance to get a set for free via the site tomorrow. So a little preview of that.
I did not know about that.
I just found out about it not too long ago, and we're
Yeah.
going to do it. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guys just getting here. If not discussed yet, any predictions on Super 7 Power Rangers Wave 3? I don't know.
I mean, obviously they've teased. I would think. I mean, maybe the Black Ranger and the Blue Ranger is part of that. I mean, they're the ones that are outstanding at this point, right?
That completes the core team, but I don't know when White Ranger came along, you know?
Hmm. Yeah. Again, with Power Rangers, for me, it's like, give me the crazy ass kaiju looking bad guys, and that's I don't necessarily like say I want that specific one right now, but there's so many crazy ones that's what interests me for those.
What about Lord Zed, which is locked? He's
Yeah,
essentially the only locked one, right?
it's a cool design. Yeah.
Fan Expo in May. Where's Fan Expo? Or which Fan Expo? Is that the? They're calling a few shows Fan Expo now.
Wasn't that the Salt Lake one? But that wasn't last. I don't know.
St. Louis.
Oh, that's not too far.
I don't know. I didn't even know about it. St. Louis, huh?
Uh,
I've never actually been to St. Louis. Oh, what is this? Is this? Yeah,
Cross-state rivals.
yeah. I've driven by. I tried to take a picture of the
The Golden Arcs. Uh-oh. Is that you? That's him, isn't it?
That's me.
That was you.
Yeah.
That was you.
I restarted my computer earlier because I didn't want anybody to make fun of me for
Needing
having the red
updates?
dot down there. And as soon as I do, this happens. I'll be at ICCC in Nashville.
ICCC in Nashville makes me think it's a wrestling promotion.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Intercontinental Championship Crash
Contest.
Wrestling.
ICCC. Iowa Central College Community College?
Sounds
No, it's
exciting.
Nashville Sci-Fi Fan and Collectors. April 29th. Dang, no, that's in a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I need to double check. I think I'm going to be in El Paso in a couple weeks. So
Really?
I'm trying not to go to too many shows.
Couple of weeks. That's Easter though, right?
Directly after that weekend, I leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What about C2E2? I've never been to C2E2 either.
I've almost been there, but I haven't been.
Same. Almost. It was kind of planned, but then wasn't. I think I'm just sticking with. I don't want to go back to doing as many shows as I was. So I think I'm going to do El Paso this month, and then I think I'm locked in for Star Wars Celebration is that May?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe San Diego. Maybe. We'll see.
Well, and I guess maybe we may be heading to New York City in September or October, whenever it is.
Wait, is that this year? I thought they were doing it in 2023.
I thought they said they were going to do it this. Well, maybe it is 2023. Hell, I don't know.
I thought because they were kind of planning it and then canceled. That's 2023 for September.
Maybe
Seems like
so.
a long wait, but it's been a long wait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Going to visit my brother a couple of weeks ago. That's the first time I'd been back there since that last toy fair.
When I saw the pictures of the NECA Defenders of the Earth Series 2, I was like, oh, I've seen these. And then realized, oh, it's been over 2 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'd seen 2/3 of them because what's his name was brand new, I think, right? The robot guy.
Fwoosh Robot. when I saw the colors and stuff, I was like, son of a bitch. I can't pass up Fwoosh colored figures.
Yeah.
Garax? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought there for a second. I said, oh, is that something else?
Gygax, it's the D&D guy.
You're going to hit STXCC in South Texas at the end of this month. Probably not. I think I've heard of that one too. That's a lot of letters. STXCC.
South Texas.
Town of El Paso.
Just don't try to rhyme it with a hassle like that.
That's the West Texas town of El Paso.
Yeah, but El Paso and hassle don't rhyme.
I've now put it out of my brain that used to be down that way. Not that way.
I was gonna say, yeah. There was like 8-10 hours away from each other.
I know. Damn Texas. Half a trip to California's Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
South Texas Comic-Con.
But yeah, no, Steve Miller trying to rhyme El Paso with hassle. That idiot.
I'm guessing Orlando, Florida is too far out for you guys to hit. I've done, I did Celebration there. It was a little over a day trip or drive to get there. And then. Yep.
Yeah. I just got the NECA Universal Mummy, and it is great. I'm now up to Frank and the Mummy, and I really want to find Wolfman because he was one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, I haven't caught. Is Cosmic Legions Wave 2 on pre-order or something?
They look cool. I don't know if they're up for order yet, but it's cool stuff.
I can't keep track. For some reason, yeah. Anybody order Playmates Last Ronin?
I'm waffling on that simply because there's a quaintness to it that reminds me of old figures, of old turtle figures that I almost kind of like it, but I haven't decided if I do yet or not.
I think in that instance, I don't know how hard it's gonna be to get, but perfect world, I would go with NECA for that, and then get the black and white Playmates.
Yeah.
But if it's a chase or some kind of 1 in 50,
yeah. But I'm with you. I would rather have that as well.
Wolfman is at every Target. I haven't seen that one. That one's fairly new. Is that the newest?
Yes. And they kind of released the black and white one at the same time, I think.
Oh my God, there is 500 more figures. Let's see. No, there's not that many. Let's see what we can do here. Is this going to work? Got the action stands. You have this guy, A.S. Kripton.
I don't even try on the names.
That's cool. That's kind of it's kind of gray alien-ish.
Yeah.
I like the paint job on that shield too.
Yeah, that's cool.
And And turn signals let you know which way he's going whenever he's running at you with the shield.
Oh.
That's some old school. Is this actual cloth? That looks cool. I ended up passing because, again, I've got budget and everything. But I need to wait.
I ordered the big green blobby dude from the first series. I haven't looked at these in enough detail yet to pick one yet. This stuff, just like the Mythic Legion stuff, it's so awesome, and I love the Four Horsemen. It's like, though, gosh, it's a lot of stuff.
This one's very troopery.
Yeah.
Oh, same kind of shield. They must be in the same crew.
Looks like a prison guard or something.
After reading the storyline for the first one, where it's a prison complex.
Yeah.
Cloth goods by CJ Ism.
Does good work for soft goods, for sure.
Novian lean. That's cool looking too. Kind of alligatorish.
I was gonna say that's like future Space Croc.
That's right. That's future. Oh, what's up? Oh, I forgot I was in the browser. Can't just zoom in easy. Yeah, that looks killer.
Oh, listen to this guy. Listen to this guy.
Robo's on fire.
Fire.
Mbara Jimgara. Now they're just throwing letters at these things. There is no way. It's like Scrabble pieces. They just toss it out.
I was gonna say it's like Eastern European town Scrabble with these names.
Damn it. She does look cool though. She's got kind of a
it's kind of like a cat snake woman.
Yeah. Cat snake woman.
Yeah.
And Borg Queenish. Is it the face that reminds me?
Maybe so. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Almost looks like Predator. Scorpion. Oh, is it a scorpion? Oh, shit. Oh, scorpion.
Instead of cat snake woman.
Cat snake woman. Oh, that's not a tail. That is her head.
Head tail.
She's Twi'lek. There's another stinger up here sticking through. What the hell? Oh, and I think somebody mentioned. Oh, there we go. Translucent. The whole thing is translucent.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Kind of got that like exoskeleton quality to it, right?
Or without reading the description, maybe this is all that's really, and the rest is hologram. She's just a head.
Huh.
Canox Vol. Oh. You
like that boy?
I do like that boy. I like a little cybernetic asymmetry.
There's lots of that. Yeah. That bluish purplish color with the metallic colors almost makes that look kind of metallic or something. I like it. And then he's got his 3D glasses eye colors going on.
Yeah.
And chicken leg.
Yeah, I like this added stuff. My brain went to, I could use this on Reavers, but this is going to be a big body.
Probably.
Yeah, that's
Chicken
cool.
Foot Robo Man. Yep.
Do what?
Chicken Foot. Somebody said Chicken Foot Robo Man.
That's Robo Man.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's several different heads.
Of course, there.
2 heads. I thought this was another.
Ooh, it's got a tube head.
This is reminding me of something too. What movie is he talking and the lips move really weird? Oh, it's the guy off of it's the main bad guy from oh shit, Tim Allen in space, Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, yeah, with Sigourney Weaver, the
Yeah.
Galaxy
And it's not
Force or
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest, yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even it's just the lips here that remind me the no nose going down to it.
Yeah.
Hmm. I like the designs here. They're more what am I looking for here? There was I love the designs of the first one, but there was almost a genericness to some of them, maybe
Mm,
because they were prison guards or
yeah.
facility super scientists and that kind of stuff. These seem like more individual characters.
Yeah.
Well, him, the
Except
gravekeeper,
for, yeah.
Sligor. But I think, well, this is the same universe, right? Isn't this
Yeah, I think
from the
so.
first wave?
Yeah.
Oh, Cad. This is Cad Bane's edgier cousin. We don't speak of Cad Bane. Yeah.
It seems
He's
like
got that
he's
lip
doing
thing.
better than Cad Bane these days, though.
Well, you never know. Nobody's ever dead. There's always heal 'em up juice. What's it called in Star Wars?
Kool-Aid.
Uh,
Bacta.
Bacta. Yeah.
Heal him up. Boba's got those wicked heal 'em up juice.
Yeah, he's got that heal 'em up juice chamber. Canix Vol.
Whiskey is the word you're looking for.
Goop juice. Let's see, weapons. More turn signals, some things. Replace the visors. That's pretty cool.
That kind of reminds me, I mean, since it is like a prison complex or whatever, it reminds me of the guards in the kiln, right?
Kiln. Was that Guardians?
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, these could all be inmates running around.
That's true.
Guardians of the Galaxy, if you wanted to use them there.
Well, yeah, I need to go. I need to look at them. But it may be that guy that I end up ordering.
The
last one.
The Cad Bane.
Yeah, but I kind of like snake head Catwoman or whatever.
That's Scorpion Lucy.
Yeah.
That's wait, does she have another head too? Oh, she has an alternate head too with without the fang or without the teeth bared. Yeah, swappable. Oh, it's a faceplate.
Oh.
Pops out of there, which makes sense because of all this down to the tail and stuff, or the head tail.
Yeah, makes sense. You are correct. That's that gun thing is very, very like Predator or something. Or Alien. It has a Geiger aesthetic to it, yeah.
Yeah.
I meant Alien, not Predator. Oh God.
I picture her being more of a Veronica. As
opposed to Betty.
Oh, Bambalam.
But I don't know that name.
Mbira Jimgara. Or the M's are silent, so it's Byra Jagara.
They should have all little things to play so you can hear the names pronounced.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. There's no way I can talk about this in the weekly.
Suddenly, Snake Catwoman is a little easier to...
Yeah, no. Okay.
Well, this was
So
like trying to get back rolling.
yeah, we made a pact to get off on time because
Yeah.
other things to do.
Yeah.
I have to go get chicken and go to my parents' house.
Get your chicken.
She looks like a Ferengi. Oh, that's it too. She has Ferengi teeth.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
That's the future ex Mrs. Bean 2099.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, cool.
So we came in with no plan as we usually do, and
Maybe we need to have one of these where we have a plan coming up soon. There's got to be
one
something.
of the we need to do a face off.
Face off or a top 5 or something.
Yeah. Something where we can list some stuff and try to talk each other into buying more figures,
Yeah.
or agreeing with our
Or we
character
can
choices.
argue about what the best chicken restaurant is.
I am unqualified in that department given my location and upbringing, unless you want to talk about Popeyes or KFC. There's not a lot of chicken places around here.
Can have Prodigy on here as a guest to sing the praises of Popeyes.
He'd go Popeyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Cajun rice.
Cajun rice, baby. Authentic. But that is a FwooshCast for another week.
Yes.
Maybe we'll talk about the best suited characters. While I have them out, we can bring them all up. And
that's going to be a long FwooshCast because there are a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, see, Chick-fil-A. I've been to Chick-fil-A once. Popeyes is the right answer.
But for Shane fast food chicken, he's correct. Popeyes is the right answer.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, we'll be back around 2 weeks again.
No, that's Easter.
Oh, is that Easter weekend?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're probably pretty busy. I'm probably pretty free, and I'll be gone the next weekend. So I may jump on, just yak a bit, and then we plan a big one for the 2 weeks after that.
For the return of that. Yeah, we'll have to. I'll have to see how that Sunday shapes up. You never know.
Okay.
You never know.
Yeah, because after years and years and years of not sticking to a schedule, it's kind of nice to be on a semi-frequent basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we'll see what's happening. Maybe we'll have an Easter edition. Maybe we'll have pastel colored action figures.
Wasn't I just talking about that?
It all comes down to the color schemes.
What I really mean is that I want all my toys to have the Easter aesthetic to them.
That's right. Maybe I'll break out the Fortnite bunny guy.
Oh, yes.
Talk about him for 2 hours straight.
Yeah. Top 5 best toys that look like delicious candy.
Oh, then I have to break down the Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah. And the aforementioned Human Torch.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, that may be an episode.
The Slime Pit He-Man from Masters of the Universe Classics. He's green apple, sour green apple flavored. Yep. Here we go.
You know, I had Raising Cane's for the first time in New Orleans, and it was delicious. And then I had Raising Cane's when they finally brought one here. Not so much. I don't know what happened. Maybe you have to go to the source.
Maybe so.
I had to finish it on some food talk, but we'll be back around here in
action figure food talk. Yes, absolutely.
Action figure food talk, because by the time we get around to the end of it, it's almost dinner.
Yeah, that's true.
I get hungry. I start talking about
turkey sword. There it was. Okay, got to end it on that one.
It's delicious. It's still right here. I don't clean shit in here. So. But yep, I appreciate everybody coming by. We'll be
back soon,
yakking and about toys and whatever you want to talk about. And I'm trying to find the button. Going back to 2 weeks.
Chicken and action figures. Sunday chicken and action figures.
Chicken and action figures. Toys and mashed potatoes.
Whoa. Kate, don't forget that rice.
Kate, what?
Don't forget that Cajun rice.
Cajun rice and a little bit of articulation. Yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.